Hi, this is Tasha, Central Cali Realtor, and I wanted to just shoot a video because I am still making the transition to Redfin from my traditional brokerage. And my start date is in 2 weeks from the date of my offer letter. And so, but Redfin wanted me to transfer my license over to them now before my official start date. And so I did not want to do that until basically the Friday before I start. So I start on a Monday. I wanted to cut all ties with my current brokerage on the Friday before. So they gave me three options. Number one was they wanted me to either refer all of my buyers and sellers that I'm currently working with, refer them to someone in my current brokerage, my traditional brokerage, and then while I'm with Redfin, once those transactions close escrow, I will get the referral fee. However, once I become an employee of Redfin, the pay structure is different. So anything I get paid from my previous broker or anything that I refer to someone else outside of my brokerage, I don't get a full referral fee for. So it would be subject to whatever my referral charge would be to that agent. And then I would only get a bonus based on that, whatever that commission was from the referral. Not going to be an option. Another option that they gave me was to have my buyers and sellers wait until I am officially with Redfin and then go into contract, which is a okay option if it wasn't such a tight market and I wasn't working with an active buyer that's like he wants to get into something before the rates go up at the beginning of the month. So that's not an option for my client, but it wouldn't be a bad option, and let me tell you why. So let's say any clients that I'm currently working with, and I don't sign them up, like I don't get them into contract until I start with Redfin, I actually will get my full commission. This is what Redfin promises you. So I have to make a list of all the clients that I'm currently working with, or anyone that I think I'm going to be able to get into contract within the next 6 months of starting, only because Redfin understands because you're going through the transition, it's going to probably be a little slow that first 6 months getting going, with getting business going and getting your any clients that are you're going to be working with, any leads that are customers that Redfin's going to be giving me. It's going to be a while before they actually get under contract. So they understand that those first few months that you start a new brokerage is kind of rocky. So any clients I'm currently working with, I'm going to make a list of all of them that may get in a contract within the next 6 months. And then I get the full commission on that. However, sellers that I'm working with, this is the difference, because of the way Redfin lists their properties, I won't be able to charge my normal 5 to 6% commission. It would be based on what Redfin, because they do discount the commission on the sell side and the when someone's listing their home. They do that because they give the buyer or the seller a rebate when they buy or sell with Redfin again. So my clients that I'm working with now, they have not listed their home yet. They're about to. That said, they're not under contract yet to list their home. However, when I do put them under contract with Redfin, when I'm with Redfin, it's going to be subject to 4% commission. Either 1% or 1.5% is on the sell side. So that would be my full commission. They said I would get the full commission, and then of course I'm going to pay 2.5 to 3% to the other side, whoever brings the buyer. So I pay the buy side higher. So that's how that works. I kind of think that that's okay, only because I would pay 1% commission anyway to my traditional brokerage as part of my split. I'm at an 80-20 split with my current broker, my traditional brokerage. And And then, so it actually kind of works out pretty much. Plus I'd have to pay taxes on it, which, I'm already getting taxes taken out when Redfin pays me because I'm a W-2 employee. So all the taxes are going to come out already. So it's like it kind of evens itself out. And mathematically, I've already figured it out. It actually works out perfect. It's where I'm actually making, I'm still getting a commission. I'm not getting a bonus like the normal pay structure is with Redfin. Okay, I'm going to break down for you guys exactly the math that I am looking at when I'm comparing Redfin to the traditional brokerage. So like I said before, I'm able to transfer over any sellers that are not under contract with me with the traditional brokerage. I'm able to transfer them over and sign them up when I start with Redfin, and I'm able to get 100% of the commission. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So $450,000 purchase price is about average for my region. And I always ask for 3% while I'm with the traditional brokerage. And then so 3% of a $450,000 purchase price is $13,500. I have an 80-20 split with my broker. So 80% of $13,500 is $10,800. I do have to pay a broker fee, and I can't avoid this broker fee ever. Even when I cap out, I have a cap rate of $12,000. And so after I meet that cap rate, I no longer have the split, but I always have the broker fee. So that broker fee is 0.0018% of the sales price, which comes up to $810. My transaction coordinator, which I would not trade for the world, that is worth every penny at $299. And then my errors and omission insurance, I have to pay that at $200 for 10 transactions. So that works out to be $9,491. And then I have to pay taxes out of that now. So my tax rate as a self-employed person is at 15.3%. So 15.3% of $9,491 is $1,452.12, which gives me a total now of $8,039. Now I still have to pay for advertising for my listing, and photos run you about $500 for professional photography, and then also the virtual tour. I always do that, especially at that price point. That's not including anything else that I do for advertising. So that's just a ballpark figure, but at least $500. My lead generation service for my website and everything, that's about $1,200. My MLS is $100. And the reason why my MLS is so much is because my MLS is also feeding my website that I'm paying $1,200 for. So after all those expenses, I'm at $6,239. My bad. All right, so under the traditional brokerage model, I said that it would be about the same, that I'm actually coming out ahead when I go with Redfin. So this is how this would work. I do have to list a $450,000 property or whatever the sales price is. I do have to list it at Redfin's guidelines. And Redfin will only allow a listing agent to charge 1.5%. 0.5% actually goes back to the seller once they purchase. So once they become a buyer and they use a Redfin agent. So the commission on that would be $6,750. I do have to pay taxes on that income right there, $6,750. But I do not have to pay for advertisement. I no longer have to pay for leads. I don't have to pay for my MLS anymore, okay? And I don't have to pay for a transaction coordinator. I don't have to pay E&O insurance. I don't even have to pay a broker fee or a broker split. This is going in my pocket, okay? I do have to pay taxes, but because I'm an employee of Redfin, I pay taxes at a lower rate. I pay taxes at half of 15.3%. So half of 15.3% is 7.65% because your employer pays the other half of that. So that's $516.40. So that gives me a total of $6,233.60. But there's more. I also get my base pay with Redfin. I also get event pay, so I get reimbursed for mileage. I also get reimbursed for showing property, meeting with the client, and then also Redfin gives you medical benefits, dental, and vision. And even though I do have to pay out of pocket for some of these, Redfin actually reimburses you a heck of a lot more of that. So they are paying a big chunk for benefits as well. And then I no longer have MLS and association dues coming out of my check. They're actually being reimbursed to me, so I do have to pay them. But then Redfin will turn around and reimburse them to me. And then, like I said before, I don't have to pay for advertising of my all my listings. So I don't have the expense of having to pay for photography. Redfin will pay for all photography. They also pay for the virtual tours now because that's such a hot thing for buyers to see online. So I'm actually coming out ahead here, okay? So that's why I say the math works itself out. So actually, I don't mind having to bring my sellers over to Redfin if I can't get them signed up through the traditional brokerage. So I just wanted to show you guys exactly what the math looks like. So it doesn't matter if they sign up while I'm with Redfin or before. And the third option, if I get them into contract, to push out my start date with Redfin until after all of those transactions close. Once they all close escrow, I get my full commissions on those, then make the transition to Redfin. So that's also an option that I was thinking and considering. However, I did talk to my team lead with Redfin, and what we came up with was that I would just transfer my license over like I planned to, literally like right before my start date, as close to my start date as possible, which is what my original plan was anyway. So that is the solution that we came up with. And so I'm still making the transition to Redfin. Now I have another thing that's come up with the transition. So when you're making a transition from a 1099 to W-2, when I'm working with Redfin, they have guidelines on how they advertise and all that stuff. And because I'd be an employee of Redfin, I wouldn't be able to just go rogue like I have been as a solo entrepreneur, 1099 agent. I actually have guidelines that I have to follow when it comes to when I'm pursuing leads and talking about Redfin and promoting Redfin as my brokerage when I do start. And so I don't mind giving up everything I've done, like my website that was costing me an arm and a leg anyway, and all of my lead generation stuff is costing me an arm and a leg anyway. I'm glad to get rid of it. I'm glad that I don't have to come up with new campaigns and ideas for lead generation. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that that's in the past now. Yay! I won't have to do that anymore. But I do have an obligation to my advertisers. So I have about 9,900 of these flyers that have advertisers on them. And I made an agreement with the company that I signed up for. But what they are is they give you 10,000 flyers, and all these flyers are free to the agent. You get them absolutely free. You asked people that you're working with. So I asked like an insurance agent, and I asked a contractor, my home inspector guy. This is a way for them to promote their business. They actually pay for their names and their advertisement to be on these flyers that I have. And I have to distribute all 10,000 flyers, and they give you 18 months to do so. I just got these flyers in mid-December. So I haven't given out all these flyers. And I thought, okay, I have some time to give them away, So I will not be able to continue to give out these flyers once I start with Redfin. So I have an obligation to these people that spent almost $400 for their ad to be on these flyers. So what I have to do, since I'm still with my current brokerage, I am going to have to pound the pavement, which is, I'm in my car right now. I'm getting ready to go to a neighborhood and start going door to door, dropping off these flyers. And then I also have, for businesses, I'm going to go to like storage facilities, small restaurants, coffee shops, small coffee shops that I do business with. And I bought a bunch of these from Amazon. I bought 20 of them, these brochure holders to hold the flyers. And I'm going to ask if I can actually just put these in their establishments, and hopefully they allow me to just leave them posted there. My phone number is on all the flyers, and my phone number is not changing. So I'm definitely, if somebody wanted to reach out because of the flyer, they can contact me still. My website, I'm still going to have my website, because the website actually belongs to me. But I'm just going to have my website point at my Redfin landing page, because I won't have a website, and I don't think I'm going to be able to even get one, being a Redfin employee, which it's kind of pointless to even have one, because Redfin, you want to direct everybody back to the Redfin website anyway. So I have that. And then I have like a QR code on here that points to my, my business card. So whatever the design of my business card is with Redfin, I'm going to switch that on Canva, because I have it on Canva. And then I'm going to be able to, redirect people to my Redfin website. So, from this flyer, because everything has my former brokerage, my current brokerage on there. And so when I make the transition to Redfin, people are still going to be getting these flyers, because I'm not going to be able to give out 10,000 flyers, especially during COVID. It's not like there's any like state fairs or anything going on where I can hand these out at the door or anything, or put them on people's cars, which is something else I'm going to do. I'm going to be going to like Home Depot and stuff like that, and distributing the flyers that way too. So, I mean, I just have a lot of flyers to give out, and I only have about less than a week and a half to do it. So I have to do this. So that's just another thing. So anything that you're, and they call it inventions that you have previously with your brokerage, or anything that you've been using, like flyers or anything like that, any advertisements, which I've acquired a lot of that stuff, because I've had to get creative over the last 5.5 years in campaigns and everything. So, anything I have going out, I have to get it out before I transition to Redfin, because I can't use the Redfin, logo, on anything. They have strict, rules about that. So that's just another thing that I'm going through with my transition. But thank goodness I still have time to do this. So right now I have in my car with me about 5,000 flyers. And so I have 5,000 more to get rid of next week. So, this is just going to be interesting. I'm going to have to do this though. But anywho, so I just want to let you know this is part 2 of my first video of the issues that I was having with the transition. So this is part of my transition, is getting rid of all these flyers. And then I'm willing to let everything else go. My website, all the lead generation. I had like the Red X, which I, cold called and, expires and for sale by owners. I'm so happy to get rid of it, to go to Redfin. I'll do it. I can't wait. I actually can't even wait to start now, because the fact that I'm doing all this crap, it just makes me so happy that I've decided to go with Redfin, that Redfin is actually, another model for real estate agents. And it's just, I can't even imagine having to do this all the time anymore. I'm over it. I'm really over it. I'm ready to just work with customers, do all the things I love about working with customers, helping people buy and sell real estate, not worry about the minutia of having to find that next client, having people ghosting me, which I know I probably still going to have people ghosting me, but I'll always have somebody else, Redfin's always going to be sending me my next client anyway. So it's just like, it's just a steady stream of people that, want to be with their Redfin brand. They want to be with their Redfin agent. Well, I will continue to make more videos. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I'm going to be talking about my journey with Redfin, and I'm talking about my transition to Redfin from a traditional brokerage. But I am going to be doing more videos actually once I start with Redfin, let you know how the training is going. Once I get into training on my first week, they say it's like drinking water from a fire hose. Like I'm going to be like just bombarded with all this information, and all this technology, which I'm open to it. I'm really open to it. I'm ready to start doing real estate and not be doing all the other crap that goes with having my own real estate business. I'm over it. All right. So I will talk to you all later. Wish me luck on getting all these flyers out. I have so many to do. Wish me luck. Bye, guys.